Today we're talking about marriage. Marriage is a gift of God. You and I, those of us who have been privileged to be in that relationship, we know what a blessing that is. God said it's not good that man should be alone. I was talking to one of our members, Brother Bill Camp, one day this week, and he opened up about how concerned he is about our country right now, as so many of us are. He said, I'm just really concerned about our state, the state of our nation. And as we were talking along, I shared with him my belief. I don't know what the percentage is, but I shared with him that some part of what we're experiencing today is a direct result of the breakdown of the home. I truly believe that. I believe we're reaping harvest. Over the last few decades, the home has been dissolving, and so the dissolution of the home results in the disintegration of our nation. As we think further about the church, the same principle, the same foundation is true. The church itself, we're interested in the growth and the stability, the strength of the church, the family of God. And the church itself can be no stronger than our collective homes. And so it's so important that you and I give emphasis to our homes. That the church can be the strong entity that God wants it to be. Sadly, it is the case that the main goal for so many people today is their own personal happiness. They think that is what they're here for. That's the sum total of their life. That I be happy. Perhaps you've heard people say, I know that I have, God wants me to be happy. And of course, the world has its definition of what happiness, what constitutes happiness. What about you and me? Do we live such a shallow life as that? That the only person that we can think about is ourselves. Someone further says, well, I shouldn't stay with someone. That is, I shouldn't stay in my marriage if I'm not happy. May you and I, as God's people, never have these thoughts and feelings, these ideas that my personal happiness, that my selfish thoughts should be satisfied. I want to think this morning about 2 or 3 things that can enable us to have a stronger and happy marriage. There's nothing wrong with us being happy. But the world has its own system. The world has its own way of defining what happiness is and how to achieve that. So many people who are in search of that in the world, it's an empty, vainless pursuit. They never realize happiness because they don't know the way to find happiness. It is by giving oneself to others. I want to say first of all about an unconditional commitment. In order for us to have a happy marriage, commitment is so vital. You and I need an unconditional commitment to our mate. I want to say first of all about the marriage vows. This is a traditional vow, and I know that so many people today write their own, but this is the basic underlying principle that's behind marriage vows. And perhaps in your marriage, how long ago it may have been, you said something similar to this. I, fill your name, take you, her name, or his name, to be my wedded husband or wife. To have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poor, in sickness and in health, beloved and cherished, till death do us part. According to God's holy ordinance, and thereto I pledge myself to you. In life, we have relationships. God, who is our Creator, we have a relationship with Him. God has made us social beings. We have relationships to one another. But we're talking about a unique relationship, something that's very special, something that's God-given, God-ordained, marriage. And I'll just break down for just a moment as we think about this marriage vow. I take thee to be my wedded husband or wife, as the case may be, to have and to hold. There's the personal pronoun that expresses, I don't really like the word ownership, but oftentimes that's what we think in terms of. It's something possessive. In this relationship, you and I belong to each other like no one else. It's a special relationship. It is a bond. It is an attachment. To have it a hold. I think about Solomon writing the Song of Solomon, or the Song of Songs, 6, 2, and 3. You're familiar with this, where there is a young lady from the north who's been taken. The king she has got his attention. She has brought him to Jerusalem, wanting her to become his. But she is not interested. She does not want to become his. She has her own back at home. And so there's 3 different occasions here where the king is trying in every way he can to induce her to become his. And each time she declines. And other women around her cannot understand her loyalty, her faithfulness to her own. In the Song of Solomon 6:2, my beloved has gone to his garden. In verse 3, I am my beloved's, and my beloved is mine. That is the relationship that we share as husband and wife. We belong to one another, not as property, but we belong together. Song of Solomon 7:10, I am my beloved's, and his desire is toward me. That is the way God intended it to be. That's the way it ought to be. That we desire one another as husband and wife. You and I need to have unconditional commitment. And that's what is expressed in these vows. There is the time element that's conveyed in this. To be my wedded husband and wife, to have it hold from this day forward. And then, till death do us part. So there is a point of beginning, a point of origination. From this day forward until death do us part. It is an unconditional commitment that is a lifelong one. Marriage is not dispensable. You and I, as husbands and wives, are not to be thrown away as trash to the trash heap. And then there is this other part in the wedding vow. Not only the time element from this day forward to death do us part, but there is also this expression for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health. If you think about those are 2 ends of the spectrum. There's no in between. I mean, there's no place to quote escape. That's the condition during our marriage. Things are at times will be better, at times they may be worse. At times we may be richer, at times we may be poorer. At times we may be in good health, at other times we may be sick and struggling with our health. But regardless, what the case may be, whether it's sunshine or whether it's rain, I am committing myself to you for life. To love and to cherish. To love. The love between husband and wife is a love unlike any other love. As we proceed according to God's holy ordinance. Marriage is not something that we thought of, but it's something that God has designed, God has ordained. And we're entering into this relationship according to the mind and the will of God. And thereto I pledge myself to you. I don't know how long you've been married. And some of you have not married as yet. Some of you are young people. And I hope that you're listening carefully to the things that are being said today. Because more than likely, the world continues. There'll be a day and time that you'll have a real interest in a person of the opposite sex. And you want to commit yourself to him or her. for life according to the plan and design of God. And so you want to pledge your loyalty, your devotion to that one. We're talking about an unconditional commitment. It is one where I commit to invest my all in this relationship. It's not just that I'm committing to stay with you and we're going to stay together because we have no alternative. That's not the kind of commitment that we're talking about here. Although that is true. We're committing ourselves when we make those wedding vows. We're committing that I'm going to be the best I can be for you every day. I'm going to invest in this marriage. Conditional commitment, brethren, is no commitment at all. Can you imagine a young man and a young woman standing before an assembly, perhaps here in this building, and when they're making these statements, these vows, they put a little disclaimer. They say, well, up until such a point as you, I will love you, I will live with you conditionally for the next 10 years. That's not the way we enter into this marriage. It's not the way we make this vow before our fellow man and before God, our Creator. You and I, we don't need to abandon each other. We need to stick together like glue, regardless of the conditions that we find ourselves in this life. We need unconditional commitment. Secondly, we need unwavering, loving service. In order to have a happy home, a happy marriage, it's not, what are you going to do for me today? How are you going to serve me? Rather, you and I need to think about serving one another. When I think about service, I cannot help but think about Jesus and the occasion when he washed the disciples' feet, recorded by John in his Gospel narrative, chapter 13, 1 through 17. Jesus was together with his disciples. Their feet were dirty, maybe even stinking. Have you ever wondered about how many gloves Jesus went through when he was washing the disciples' feet? Jesus prepared himself for the task at hand. He poured water in a basin. He wrapped himself with a towel. He began to wash the disciples' feet one by one, a task that expresses utmost humility. Jesus washed the disciples' feet. Jesus teaches a lesson for his people on that occasion. He talks about happy are you if you do likewise. You want a happy marriage? Serve your mate. It's not all expressing verbally, I love you. That's good. But it needs to be active. Love is about service. It's about humble service. It's about unwavering. It's not conditional. Jesus washed the disciples' feet. Sometimes it might be expressing your love by going to another room and getting something for your mate. It might be a cup of water, a glass of water. It might be the car keys. It might be going and getting some lotion and applying to the feet of your mate. Maybe her feet are hurting. And she's doing her feet well. That's something that you can do. Take the time to show your affection for your mate. Unwavering loving service, a heart that asks, what can I do for you? How can I ease your burden? Are those the kind of things that we ask our mate day by day? what can I do to help? What can I do to bless you? That's what you and I need to be asking each other as husbands and wives. You and I need to have willing feet and hands to initiate and complete the task. Not just ask, what can I do? But when it's acknowledged, when it's communicated what you can do, then do it. But be careful how you do it. You know, sometimes we can do things with the expression of being angry or drudgery. Just like with the Lord, you know, when we give, we're taught to give cheerfully. God loves us to be a cheerful giver. Do you ever think sometimes that God is paying attention to how we serve Him and the spirit in which we do it? Whether we're doing it because we love Him, or because we want to do it, or because we're doing it out of some act of compulsion. We're compelled to do it. We don't really want to do it, but we feel like we just got to do it, or else it might be just bad. You and I need to act out of love in service to God. We need to act out of love in service to our mate. We need to serve each other willingly and with a loving spirit. It can do so much for our marriage. When we think about loving service, think about the text of 1 Corinthians 13:4-7. Jacob read for us a few moments ago. Thank you, Jacob. Love suffers long. Here, Paul is describing the qualities, the nature of agape. Here's the thing. Love is personified here. There's things that love does. Love is long-suffering. But not only is it long-suffering, but it's kind. Charity is kind. In any relationship you're made, in the words that you speak, and the actions you undertake, do they convey love or bitterness? Love suffers long and is kind. What about those words? Do they flow from a heart filled with kindness, gentleness? Love is not angry. Love does not parade itself. Is not puffed up. Does not behave itself rudely. Or sometimes rude with our mate. Love does not seek its own. That's the world. I'm only concerned about my interest. Me, myself, I want, I need, I demand, or else. Love does not seek its own. It's not provoked. Thinks no evil, does not rejoice in iniquity, rejoices rather in the truth, bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. When you and I have the love of Christ in our hearts, we're going to love our mate. And that love is going to be expressed in a variety of ways. It can't be hidden. In order to have a happy marriage, we need to have unwavering loving service. And finally, unqualified forgiveness. We need to extend complete forgiveness to our mates. Because in this relationship, over time, maybe not on a daily basis, hopefully not on a daily basis, but there will be times through the course of the week and the month that we're going to offend, maybe hurt or mate in some way. James 3 verse 2, James writes how many things we offend. We all offend. And in this relationship, because we are human, we are imperfect. times something's not going to come out just the right way. Maybe you didn't mean it that way, but it came across wrong. Maybe the facial expression did not convey a healthy attitude. We're going to offend each other. But a strong, enduring marriage is one that the marriage partners are willing to extend forgiveness to the other. You know that Jesus taught forgiveness. There's a couple, 3 or 4 references to that in Matthew 6:15, 18, 21, 35, Joseph 5:20. Jesus taught the imperative to forgive those who trespass against us. In order to receive or experience the forgiveness of God Himself. Not only so, but the apostles taught forgiveness too, Ephesians 4, verse 32. Just as God, for Christ's sake, hath forgiven you. You and I need forgiveness. We need forgiveness from God. We need forgiveness at times from our children. You and I need to have a heart of humility. Willing and able to acknowledge our faults. To be able to say, I messed up. I did wrong. I hurt you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. And learn from the mistake. Don't repeat it every day. Oh, I know Peter asked Jesus, how many times my brother offended me? 7 times. No, I say 70 times 7. Let's don't get abusive. Let's don't put our partner to the test. When we say we're sorry, let's mean it. When we repent, that means we turn away from the failing of the past. Marriage is a blessing from God. It takes a lot of patience, a lot of love, perseverance to build a strong marriage. But God gives us the blueprint. He gives us the directions, the manual, teaching us how to be, how to become the people that He's called us to be. A holy nation. A royal priesthood. Let us lead pure and holy lives in our homes, in the church. That we have a happy relationship with our mate. And a happy, acceptable relationship with our Creator. For Leon this morning, decided about Jesus, Matthew 26, with Jesus in Gethsemane, the things He underwent, knowing the struggles He would experience, the death He would die. He encouraged you to read some scripture and reflect on that today. In addition to that, I would urge you to go to Ephesians chapter 5 and read about the loving relationship between Christ, Jesus Christ, and His bride, the church. Think about the love, the unconditional commitment Jesus has for his bride. How he expresses his love over and over and over again for us. May you and I model, may we mirror that in our marriages. His glory. This morning, are you in the family of God? Are you one of his sons or daughters? Do you have that relationship, that connection, that bond with Jesus, the Father, the Spirit? Are you among the saved? That's what God wants you to be. Sin breaks that. It destroys that. It alienates us from God. It brings death. But God, through Christ, brings reconciliation. Brings about restoration and renewal. We sing a song from time to time, what can wash away my sins? It's nothing but Jesus. Today you're needing that cleansing by the blood of Christ. Would you come to Jesus? Repent of your sins, confess your faith, be buried with the Lord in baptism. If you've erred by the way, gone back into the world, and need to come back home to have that cleansing, forgiveness once again, without delay, would you come to listen?